Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we are going to discuss LINQ's average method. Okay, so going back to our example, we did on the theoretical part use this collection of numeric elements where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we said then that if you call the average method on this collection, it should return 3 as the outcome. Okay, so if we do just that, we start here by creating an average variable and just call our collection. So collections dot simple collection dot average. Okay, this variable should contain here 3, which is the average. And let's now console write line the result of this method. Okay, so in our case, let's put something like this, $sign, put here like simple, say average result is average. Okay, so what we expect to see here when we run this is that we see 3 being printed out, and indeed when I show to you, you can see that 3 is printed out here. Okay, so another thing that you need to be careful about the average method before we go on a more complex scenario is that if the collection, the underlying collection is empty, an exception will be thrown. Okay, so when we run this on an empty collection, you have an invalid operation exception saying that sequence contains no elements. Okay, so be careful about that. Now, as we did for the count method, the average for the sum method, the average method also accepts a selector. Okay, and what we will do now is we will use this complex collection and try to compute the average age on this collection. Okay, so let's do this. So if I do average equals collections dot complex collection dot average. Okay, if I just call average here, I can't, because the underlying base collection is not of a numeric type. But what I can do is somehow project this collection into a numeric one by passing a selector. A selector will look something like this, okay, where you expect that the return, in this case specifically, is of type int, in this case a numeric type. Okay, so you can pass to average not a predicate, because this doesn't return true or false, but rather a predicate and a selector, and the selector returns a data type. In this case, it's an int. Okay, and now we compute the average of all the ages on this collection. Okay, keep in mind that this parameter type is person, because the underlying collection is a person collection. And now when we console write line the outcome, let's put it complex, we are expecting here to see some average. I don't know how much it is, but you should quickly see, okay, this throws an exception because we forgot to revert back those changes, and when we run it again, we should be able to see that the average age is 35. Okay, so if you do the average age of all of these, should be 35. Okay, now there's also another way to compute the average of all the ages, so you don't need necessarily to use average. You can do so with the select method. So you can, as we did this for the sum method, so I highly advise you to have a look at that, but pretty much you can just project this collection using select, map only the ages, so select only the ages, and call the average method as we have here. Okay, so you can also do this in another way. but I just wanted to show you how we can do so with the average method, okay? Well, that's it for the average method. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.